Hey there, friendo, it's Ray Charm, and I know for a fact that watching anime will ruin your life. And here's why. Back when I was a sophomore in high school, Evangelion 3.0 was coming out in theaters, like in American theaters, and like very select ones, of course, not like, oh, just drive to my local theater and go watch this movie. I lived in a small town, so of course, the nearest theater was quite a ways away from me. But it was a huge deal. I've been waiting years and years and years for this movie to come out, and they kept pushing back like the releases, and it just... Hideaki Anno, please just release 4.0 now. I just need to see it. Whatever. Make it good though. Don't screw it up like the end of the Evangelion series, not end of Evangelion. Whatever. End of Evangelion screwed up too. You know what? Just make it good, okay? Whatever. Right. So I want to go see this anime movie, but I don't have a car. My brother doesn't currently have a car, and he's in college at the moment as well. But it's over his winter break, and it's during like a weekday. So we go to my rich kid friend. I shouldn't call him my rich kid friend because now he is my official cosplay patron. If you want to become one of those, you're more than welcome to. But he is the one who like really supports me with cons and stuff. He knows that we're just talking to him because we need a ride to this movie that's in like 2 hours away. But he is like, yeah, this sounds great, a road trip. So he does it anyway, even though he knows we're using him. That's just the start to a bad story, isn't it? So after school, we drive there, it's really smooth, everything's really cool, having a good time, it's so cool, we're like, this is so exciting. It's just an awesome time for literally everyone. We're all having like a blast. I mean, Blake, my cosplay patron, doesn't really get everything because he's not as big of a fan, and he's just like, why is this character gay? And I'm like, he's not gay, he's asexual, and the other one's bi, and everything's all cool. When we're driving home, and then Blake's headlights start to dim, and we're like, wonder what's going on there. So we decide very wisely to pull over to the side of the road because they're kind of dimming, and we're like, we don't want to like get hit because we have no headlights. We're like, why don't we restart the car? Which, that's a normal idea for people. My brother and I are both comp sci majors. That makes sense. When something doesn't work, you turn it off and turn it back on again. That's what you do. So we turned it off, but there was no on again. The car just shuts down entirely. Fortunately, we're right near a turnoff onto the highway, so there's like a little town, little gas station right nearby. We're like, cool. We're like on the way home, we've got a gas station, it could be worse. I mean, we're not like cool. It's not cool because secretly, my mother didn't want me to go to this because I was like 15, 16 at the time, and the only reason I went was because she made me not stay in her house for a few days because she was like really sick and didn't want me to catch anything. So I used that time to say, well, you can't tell me no because you kicked me out of the house, and I went anyway. And so she was like mad already. Way to screw up family relationships with anime. Now, we are lost on the side of the highway with no way to get home, and we know we have to talk to someone. We were like, at first we want to get a jumper cable. No one has a jumper cable, of course. So we were like, who do we call? So we go through our options. We can call my mom. Not a good idea by any stretch of the imagination. She really likes sleep. She thinks that everyone should get sleep. She would for sure murder us. We could call Blake's family, and Blake's family is very wealthy. And honestly, David and I are terrified of them, but that's fine because we need to get home. It's like midnight, so while we're calling Blake's family, we realize we should probably make sure we know where we are. Turns out we weren't where we thought we were. When we were all, it's so exciting. We missed the right turnoff to go home, and we were like an extra hour out of the way in this middle of nowhere place. Not only is the car broken down, the car's broken down, and we're lost. Good. I sit there, I'm like, kind of freaking out, but I start freaking out more when I realize I have like 4 tests the next day, like literally 4 tests. And one of them's on Napoleon, and I don't know anything about Napoleon. I still don't know anything about Napoleon, but I am like, I was like an all-A student. I was like a 4.0 kid. I was not about to fail these tests. So I'm sitting on the floor of this gas station like, I need to not fail these tests. And it's like midnight, and school starts at like 8 a.m. So sometime in the span of that, I have to get back home and I have to study. That's my checklist. So I'm like, hey, it's really cold out. Can you get my books for me so I can study? That would be really great. Both my brother David and Blake go to get my books, and then I realized they left me in a sketchy gas station at 1 in the morning. So good. They're taking like forever to get back. It turns to 1, and I'm like, this is creepy. And there's some weird guy sitting by the energy drink who's trying to talk to me. I don't know who he is. Still don't know who he is. I don't know. So they get back, I sit on the floor, binge studying, like just cramming what the Battle of Waterloo is. I'm like, what's the Rosetta Stone? What's the Battle of Waterloo? I'm going crazy. It's a good time. Eventually, Blake's family gets here, which is very intimidating for me and David. Blake is always saying, only one side of my family is really rich, which is kind of true, kind of not, because actually they're both rich. It's just that one is really, really rich. It's still utterly terrifying. He picks us up. I wake up about, like, we get everything into his car, we leave Blake's truck there, we're all like, everything's cool, everything's fine. I wake up at like 5 in the morning. Like, granted, we left this gas station at like 2:30, and I wake up at about, well, like 2:30. So it should have only taken about like 2 hours to get back, tops. I wake up at like 5 when we should have been there like an hour sooner. I have this weird gash on my forehead, and I'm like, what's going on? Turns out, rich kid family also got lost, and they had a GPS. They weren't getting distracted by the like Evangelion stuff. They just were too stubborn to use their GPS and got us lost again. I get home, my mom's like waiting there like, you are going to school tomorrow, and I'm like, yes I am, because I have 4 tests. Fight me, Alice. I didn't say that because I was like 15 or 16. I was like, please, I have to. Please, please, please. That's more accurate. I will have you know, I did get A's on all those tests, and I think it's just the sheer terror, the adrenaline rush just kept me going while studying the Battle of Waterloo with creepy people in a sketchy gas station in whatever the place was called, Ottawa, Kansas, whatever. Who cares about Ottawa? I don't even know what Ottawa is. I don't care. I don't want to, I'm sorry if you're from Ottawa. That was really mean, and I apologize. The moral of the story is, anime will ruin your life. It will ruin your grades, even though I actually got all A's. It will ruin your sleep. It will ruin your family. Parents will hate you forever. Don't do it. Also, you will cry because then they'll never release the 4th movie, which you've been waiting for like forever, and then they won't even release the 3rd one on DVD and Blu-ray for like ages because Hideaki Anno is suddenly like the English translation, and you're like, please sir, please, like, we're already released in theaters, just... I'm sorry, being a weeaboo is a really, really tough job, and you all need to recognize that right now. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Thank you for supporting me, even though I'm really, really bad at getting videos out. I really appreciate that you guys have stuck with me. Announcements. I have a list of cons that I'm going to. The ones here are the ones that I have tickets for that I'm completely going to, period. And then the ones here now are the ones that I hope to potentially go to, but I either don't have tickets or I'm still like off and on planning it, considering it, not entirely sure, trying to schedule things. So if you ever want to meet up with me, one of those would be a really good option. I'll probably put all my cosplay plans on my cosplay page so you can recognize me, even though I'm not really that good at cosplaying that I don't think you wouldn't be able to recognize me. But just in case I am suddenly really, really good. you know, tell me about any horrible times that anime has ruined your life in the comment section, or just chat with me because I'm lonely. Like and subscribe, that would be nice. Ray Charel, bye! So I sit in the gas station, I'm like, why don't my friend,
What you say? Oh, that you only meant.
my friends,
What you say? Oh, that you only meant well, 'cause you did. What you say?